For instance, 9/11. All we need to agree on about 9/11 is that it was created on purpose to provide the excuse for what has followed. That's all we need to agree on. We don't need to agree on whether this substance brought the towers down or these energy weapons. That might be interesting, but we don't need to agree on that. We don't need to argue over it. We don't need to come into conflict over it like children.
Yeah, it's madness.
All we need to agree on is the obvious. 9/11 was created as an excuse for all that's followed. Okay, got there. Let's move on.
C'è la teoria di Judy Wood delle armi di energia diretta, contro c'è la teoria di uno che si chiama Kalashnikov, un mitra, un nome simile, Kaleizov o qualcosa del genere, che sostiene che hanno usato delle mine nucleari. C'è la teoria della termite con il gruppo di Architects and Engineers che sostiene questo. Io non solo non mi interessa particolarmente sapere quale particolare micidiale combinazione abbiano usato per tirare giù quelle torri, ma interessa dimostrare soprattutto che le hanno tirate giù loro.
Why does it matter? What does it matter that whether it was thermite, whether it was directed energy weapons, whether it was HARP, whether it was gravity? Well, the reason why it matters is it's to do with energy, because the events of 9/11 prove that free energy technology is real. It's not a theory, it's in the evidence. In the same way that we can prove that the moon goes round the earth and the earth goes round the sun through observation and measurement, we can prove that. You can prove through observation and measurement that the World Trade Center was destroyed using directed energy weapons. It is not a theory. So that proves that some group, whoever it is, we don't know who the group is, has an advanced weapon system, and it was used on 9/11, and that employs technology which we don't publicly have knowledge of. It's black technology. So we now can not only say, for example, that 9/11 was an inside job, or 9/11 was a false flag event, or whichever way you care to describe it. We can also say, for example, that the energy situation that we're in is a scam. We don't need fossil fuels because that somebody has the technology to get energy out of the vacuum, and they've turned it into a weapon. So that's why it's important to realize that. If you just go with the thermite story, the reason why that was put out there was to cover up the energy issue and to steer them away from thinking about it. Because not only is the false flag nature of 9/11 revealed as a for what it is, if you go down the directed energy weapons route and you get to the truth, which is what it is, you're then exposing the energy fraud that we've been subject to for the last 120 years or so. Go on from there. Look at the weather on 9/11. Look at what Hurricane Erin did and how its energy system was employed as part of this operation. What does that then reveal? Well, it reveals that the whole story of climate change is also a fraud, because somebody has the ability to manipulate the weather, at least in terms of steering hurricane storm systems. So the climate change scam is also exposed. So that, to me, if I was to give you a reason, why is Dr. Judy's research attached, why is Dr. Wood's research attached so much? It's because not only does it expose 9/11 as an inside job, or whatever expression you care to use, it exposes the energy fraud, and it also exposes the climate change fraud as well. So that's why it's so very, very dangerous to have people understanding what is really going on.
La terra fissa in centro, il sole gira intorno, le idee quando scadono, dopo fanno sempre ridere. Dopo. Dunque, prima o poi le nostre, qualcuno faranno ridere. È che ti dimentichi, mentre le hai, che sono precarie. Ti ci affezioni. Si sterilisce, si irrigidisce. Lo pensano tanti, è consolante stare nella media. La scienza non è democratica. E nella media non sta la virtus in ogni cosa in questo tempo. Cambiare idea può essere rivoluzionario.